Hello everybody, this is the monthly trend scan of the futures market for the month of April. We have got some exciting news here. We're just about to get an entry signal into a second leg higher on the higher time frames in various asset classes. Now let's have a look here, starting with the US equities. So with the US equities here on the weekly chart, we had a long-term entry signal based on pattern 2, the turtle pattern, that worked quite nicely. So we had a momentum move higher. So now we've got a healthy pullback, right? Every healthy pullback goes to the 21 moving average, so that is what we have here, and we have a multi-bar consolidation. Well, that is too short of a consolidation, so we have to look one time frame lower. And what we see on the daily chart, well, that's an S1 pattern. It's quite nice. We've got a test bar, we've got another test bar that basically shakes off the weak bulls. That's what we want to see, and that's where we want to put our stop, right, on the other side of that lowest price action. That's a breakout failure pattern. That is system 1, and it's just about to execute a long entry signal. It's quite nice. It could be better, right? We've got some white space here, a bit of missing compression, but that could be the start of a second leg higher. This is the first leg. Can you see it here as well on the monthly? This is the first leg, and now we're getting into a second leg higher that lifts us off this consolidation, right? We nicely see it here, and that should actually bring the quarterly chart. We're talking about the vertical markets, so this we should see an acceleration here over time, over this commodity super cycle we are currently in for the next 10 years. Actually, I like the Nasdaq better. It looks from a pattern perspective, it looks better, because here on the daily chart we've got a consecutive leveling of stop run levels, so that's easier to run over and create momentum as well. Here we see a nice test of the 21. That's very healthy. We see as well a test of the prior high here, so it was resistance, now it becomes support, so that looks really good for going off vertically, right? So here US equities, we potentially, it looks like we have got a second entry into a second leg higher, resuming this trend. Now let's have a look at metals. The metals have been very early into this commodity super cycle bull. We got on gold, we got a signal down here that was July 2019 was executed down here, and we had another signal. So there was another long-term entry signal, right? And what we see now, well, we see a run over these stop run levels. That is a stop run move. That's the first leg, right? Breaking us out of this very long term. I mean, that's a several year long, more than 10-year long consolidation. Well, that is amazing long consolidation, and there is a lot of energy stored. What we're looking for is for a second momentum move, like a measured move, a very similar move that we have seen. I think it was from the start of 2001. So a lot of not too big green bars, one after the other, intermixed with one or two red bars. So this is what we're looking for. We're just testing the highs. We didn't actually see that, a big momentum move. It would only come if we see a big green bar. So this is why I think this could continue, right? So on the monthly, it looks very overdone, which is why we didn't go off immediately. So what we see here is actually, we see a pattern on the 240-minute chart. This is an S1. We see multiple touches on the base. We see a break below, and now it's basically finding support at the 200 moving average, and we get again here, we get a healthy pullback into the 21, which is support, and it's about to re-break the base. So again, this would be a second leg entry into this new breakout, and that should actually accelerate this trend in precious metals. Silver looks very similar. Just quickly, silver has already triggered. It has already rebroken. The consolidation doesn't look that clean and clear than gold, but silver is correlated to gold, so should gold go off, well, silver will follow. And here as well we see it's a deep pullback, right? We are in an early uptrend here, and there's huge potential. If you look at a quarterly chart, huge potential, right? These are stop run levels, these are levels, and it basically this is an overall quarterly pattern. Actually we executed that back here at 18, and we actually doubled, right? And well, we're looking for new highs, right? Breaking the consolidation high and then running towards the 200. Well, this is to be achieved during this commodity super cycle bull over the next couple of years. So it looks like this was the first leg. This is the consolidation. Well, this was the first leg on a lower scale, right? And we still needs to run over these levels. These are stop run levels. And this first move, right? This move here we've seen on the weekly that actually broke to a new high on gold. Well, could not make it. We see a wick. Well, it had tries to run this level over, this wick stop run level. Well, in a second try, well, it might actually do it, and that might be the signal, right? For this resumption of the trend. So metals look good as well. The industry metal copper looks very good. Copper is typically not correlated, gold and silver, but in a commodity super bull, well, everything basically becomes correlated. What we see here is it has just broken to a new high. So we're probably going to see a big green bar, a stop run move, and then this is the next stop run level. So that acts as a magnet. So price should get drawn towards it. And overall, we always want to see things into perspective. So overall on the quarterly chart, well, we've got a very, very big S1 pattern that executed down here. That is the first leg. Now it's consolidating. It looks like we're going to attack the highs, and then basically copper will fly, right? Copper will go to prices nobody can imagine nowadays. It's an industry metal, so it will cause a little bit of friction with the economy. So the trends are very strong. I mean, we love to trade these type of trends. That's a 15-minute that then can be traded in this case on a 1-minute chart. Let's have a look at the energies. The energies had a good run already. That was right after the Corona crisis low, March 2020, right here. So you might remember crude dropped. It was in the news. It actually didn't go negative on the most active contract. It went to $7.40 the barrel. That's just back adjusted charts. But anyway, from $7 to above 100, well, that's a huge increase, right? After this sell-off, that was an exhaustion sell-off where we saw this spike into resistance area. So we're not expecting this to immediately continue higher. It needs to work its way higher. Currently, it's a bit stuck here at the 200 moving average, right? So it's no surprise it cannot pull away. It just needs to accumulate more energy, and the more energy the bulls get, well, the higher the likelihood that we actually get a breakout and move higher. This is just the first leg in this commodity super cycle bull, and we are in a consolidation, and there are more legs to come, and this is a consolidation high. Now let's have a look at gasoline, RB, the RB contract. The RB contract has already made, right? This was the entry signal back then, and it has made a nice move. It has broken to a new high, a consolidation high. So these type of moves we're actually looking for, right? For the metals and as well for the energies. Once for crude, once consolidation highs are broken, we should get a move like that accelerates to the upside. I don't expect that gasoline is doing much over near term, because we actually need to come back and test the 21. It hasn't done that, and we need that healthy touch. Now let's have a look at natural gas, NG, the NG contract. Well, it's actually one of the last ones in this commodity list that has not yet turned into a bull. We're still down, but it looks like, well, it could be now that this is a turnaround. We had a bearish pattern that triggered here that didn't run, right? It's basically a failure, and it goes in the opposite direction. And now we have a potential opportunity for a counter trend rally, taking out these highs, a stop run move again, and potentially moving up to the 200 moving average. That could be the bottom, who knows? Well, I'm actually trying to time the bottom, but I want to get more confirmation. Now finally, let's have a quick look at the crypto markets. Bitcoin versus dollar, it looks like we get another second entry signal for a second leg higher. This was the long-term entry signal back in October last year. They went really nicely, right? Price more than doubled. So now we have got a longer consolidation, and this consolidation actually gave us a monthly, right? A bearish monthly bar. So this is a pullback, right? So a micro pullback. But the nice thing is we've got a touch of 21 up here, and we've got a nice consolidation, a multi-bar consolidation on the daily bar. We've got the sell-off shaking of the bulls, the weak bulls, and we have just rebroken the green line. So is this a second leg higher into this crypto bull that should actually break the 100,000 and create a move higher towards the 170,000? Well, I think it looks like yes, and it looks like we do not get here a bigger pullback. Could still happen, right, in this bull, but it looks like a touch coming back to the 21 is sufficient here because the pattern tells us the story. Thank you.